Since Hurricane Juan 20 years ago, a lot has changed in terms of our tools that we use. Our numerical weather models, for example, have become about 8 times more accurate, and that allows us to predict, with much more confidence. And in our wording too, in our forecasts, we could be much more specific with what we expect the impacts to be. Back during Hurricane Juan, we were in our infancy as far as telling people what the impact of the different weather parameters would be. It's like the wind speed. We were just starting to get into the business of describing how certain wind speeds would impact trees and houses and whatnot. Certainly the prediction has come a long way in the intensity, our understanding of the storm structure, and we've gotten better at communicating how the weather will impact people in their particular area. So, certain parts of the province might see storm surge, other parts of the province might be more wind and rain. I think we've gotten better at describing to people where, what will impact their town or their region, as opposed to being focused too much on the details of a track map. We try to really focus on the impacts the weather will have for you. With Hurricane Fiona last year, what we noticed was the computer models were really helping us a lot more so than they did back in the day with Hurricane Juan. We had many different simulations of the possible outcomes for Fiona in the computer models that gave us the confidence to really escalate the wording to alert people that this was going to be a potentially dangerous storm. We were seeing things in the computer model outputs that we'd never seen before. So that certainly gave me the confidence to start using some of those stronger words in the forecasts early on that week. The storm hit on a Friday night, Saturday. So by Tuesday, we were already talking about, this is a potentially dangerous storm. It looks pretty bad. And then once, the days went by and we saw consistent signals in the computer model outputs, we just ran with it from there and tried to translate that computer output into everyday language that people could understand. The forecast has been recently upgraded to, we're expecting more storms in the Atlantic region in general this year. Will those storms get to Canada? It's still too early to tell. But the unusually warm waters in the ocean right now have certainly humidified the atmosphere, given it more rain potential. It was probably a factor in the floods in July. So that factor will be going into our forecast this hurricane season for sure.